I'll never forget our second experience too, which was completely natural. Who would know? It was very strange that the second one was natural, but we were excited nonetheless. We knew that it was going to be a boy, just like we knew with the first pregnancy. And it was also the same doctor, which was nice. Both the boys were born in Texas, and the doctor already knew that I was going to want to be induced for the childbirth. I didn't really want to wait a long time to start it, so it was nice that he was the same doctor. What was strange was I became very, very sick, and for about 12 weeks I was very depressed too. I had never experienced that before, and it was very strange for me. But after about 4 months, it did subside. So on the due date, we arrived at 6 o'clock in the morning. But they said that I had not yet started to dilate. I was only at about 2 centimeters. They said there was nothing to do right now. So about a half an hour later, they started the IV. And around 9:30, I was already at 4 centimeters. So they rushed me off to labor and delivery. And again, he was born very, very fast. And that was about it, right? Yeah, that was about it. Our third child, well, the pregnancy was probably the best experience. It was natural. But I became very, very sick again. For about 5 months this time, I was very, very sick. I had to go to the hospital. I was very dehydrated. I kept vomiting. It was absolutely terrible. So, but it really was the worst. I was cold. It was the worst pregnancy I'd ever had, but the best childbirth. After about 5 or 6 months, it did subside. I felt better. I felt stronger. Felt like we could keep going. But the doctor this time was different. So I explained to the doctor I wanted him to induce me, and he said, why? And well, I can't just sit around. And I had to explain to him. I said, both of my previous sons were born with me being induced, and they were born very, very fast, and it just worked out a lot better. So he said that we could discuss it later. It was definitely something we could discuss. So about 2 weeks before the due date, I started to feel sick again. I had diarrhea, and it was very bad. So we went to the doctor, and he said that what they were going to do was they were going to strip part of me. There was this procedure called stripping. So I had to lay down, and he went in. I felt a lot of pain. I looked, and his hand was covered in blood. It was really, really bad pain when he was there, and then all of a sudden, it just subsided. So he told me, to be on bed rest for about 2 weeks. Just be careful with what you're doing. And then on the due date, we went to the hospital. We were ready to go. Nothing was really wrong, all night and into the morning. Everything was okay. So around 6 in the morning, I woke up and with what I thought was really bad contractions. And I explained to the nurse, but she said that She said that they weren't bad enough, and she recommended that I take a hot bath, and she said it would help. So after the bath, I still felt like they were pretty bad, and so I called, and the nurse asked me how far apart they were. I said they're about 8 to 15 minutes apart. I don't know, not very regular. And the nurse said, well, that's not close enough, but if you want to come in at 1 o'clock, we'll check you anyway. So I said, okay, no problem. I called Tim. Tim came to pick me up. And I remember there were a lot of people at the house, and every time I had a contraction, I had to go, wait, 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 hold on a sec. And then we could continue as soon as the contraction passed. So, we went to the doctor's office, and they're checking me, and I was already at 9 centimeters. So they rushed me over to labor and delivery, and they put the IV in. And literally in the afternoon, we got there at 2 o'clock, and my son was born at 3. And it really was my childbirths were really great experiences, because I viewed them all as parties. My friends were there, my families were there. The interpreter was always a close friend. His mother was there, his sister. It really was a big party for me. And it really, I viewed it as fun. We were celebrating a new life. It was, all 3 of my childbirths were very positive. The pregnancies, not so much, but the childbirths were very, very positive. And it was always a very good experience. That's our story. Well, my job really as her husband was to support her. I didn't want to, I was kind of scared to say something that maybe she didn't want to hear, but she's right. They were all very, very positive. But, they were all very positive. I just wanted to make sure that I was supporting her. I was a little nervous with the first one. I didn't really know what to do. Should I stand there? Should I leave her alone with the doctor? Should I, try and help? So I just kind of let it take its natural course, and I really just didn't know what to do for the first one at all. But we always had a close friend as the interpreter, which helped. She helped us a lot. She helped me figure out what I was supposed to do. But with our 3 sons, we always had a family with us, friends with us. It was great. I'm really just happy with our 3 boys. My 3 sons, and I know that my other half, she still hopes for a girl, but in the summer we're hoping to adopt a girl from China. So we're gonna fly over there. We're gonna see. Hopefully, we can get things going along. But that way he'll have his 3 boys and I'll have my girl. And that's all, folks.